I have the blueprint to help you rank #1 in Google search and get more traffic to your website. The reason that I have this blueprint is I've been doing search engine optimization, SEO, for over 10 years since 2013. In that time, I've helped hundreds of businesses, ranked thousands of sites, and have clients all around the world. So I know exactly what needs to be done. In this video, I'm going to show you the exact steps and the exact principles that you need in order to rank your website in Google and get all that organic traffic and make the kind of money that you want to make. First of all, you need to understand the principles of SEO, because like anything else, if you don't have a good foundation, nothing else is going to matter and it's not going to work. So quickly, we're going to run through 3 principles that you have to understand before you can start using SEO to rank your website higher and to start getting that traffic directly from Google. The first one is keywords. Now, the term keyword can be a little bit confusing, at least it was for me in the beginning. It doesn't just mean a single word. A keyword is a phrase that someone types into a search engine with the intent of finding a certain piece of information, product, or service. So for example, if you're looking for a dog trainer, you might type in a dog trainer in Pittsburgh, if that's where you live. Or if you're looking to lose weight, you might type how to lose weight for men over 40. But whatever someone types in the search box on Google and other search engines, that's a keyword, whether it's 1 word or whether it's 10 words. But usually you want to think of them as around 1 to 5 words at the most. There are a lot of tools out there that can really help you figure out what keywords are and which ones make sense for you and for your website. You can use tools like Legiit.com. You can use Ahrefs. You can even use Google's free keyword planner to get some kind of an idea of what keywords have a lot of people searching for them. So therefore there's a lot of potential traffic there, but also aren't so competitive that you might not ever be able to rank for them, or at least it wouldn't be profitable for you to do so. So that's the first principle, is keywords. The next one is content. Now, there's an expression in SEO and in marketing that content is king. I personally don't agree with that, but that's for another video. But content is incredibly important, not only to optimize your site and your content so that you can rank well and get traffic from Google. It's important because you need that content to relate to the person that's going to be reading it, solve their problem for them, and get them to take an action, whether that is fill out a form, make a purchase, whatever it is that you need them to do, then that's where content comes in. And you have to think about 2 things when it comes to your content, and that is to optimize it so the search engine understands what the page is about. So that includes things like including your keyword in strategic places throughout the text, including it in the heading tags and other places on the site and other places on the page. And then you also have to think about the human being that's going to read it, because you can't just randomly put keywords in text and have it not make sense and have it get any result that you want. Getting traffic is fine, but you also need what's called a conversion. A conversion is where you get someone who is on the site to take the action that you want them to take. So those are the 2 things that you need to keep in mind when writing content and creating content for your website with the best opportunities to rank in Google search. And then the third principle is just a well-made site. So a site that's easy to navigate. It has images that are engaging, but also not so big that they slow the website down. You want proper structure throughout the site, including descriptive SEO friendly URLs and so on. So you want a site that a human being can use and be able to know what they need to do, but also a site that Google can easily understand and navigate its way through, and therefore reward it with higher search ranking. Your job as someone doing SEO is to make sure that Google and other search engines have as easy a time as possible knowing what your site is about, so it knows that it ranks it for those terms. Okay, so those are the fundamentals or the principles of SEO. I'm going to dig a little bit deeper now and go into some basic but important strategy that you're going to need to use in order to have a successful website and get traffic from Google and other search engines. There's really 2 different buckets we have to think about when doing SEO. There's off-page SEO and on-page SEO. First, I want to talk about on-page SEO. Now, that's exactly what it sounds like. It's SEO that you do on your website, on a web page on your website, or on the site in general. That includes things like your title tag. Your title tag is the thing that shows up in the tab in a browser that tells what the site is about. That is not only helpful to the user reading the site, it's also helpful to Google to understand what the site is about. So you want to use that for a keyword, but you also want to use it as a way to make it clear what this website is about so people can easily understand that. Remember how we talked about our job is to make things easy for humans and for search engines? That's a great way you can do that. So the title tag is an important one to get right. And then we talked about keywords in the previous section. You also want to incorporate keywords into the text of the website in a way that makes sense both for the human reading it and for Google to understand it. And you want to have the keyword and keyword variations be a certain percentage of the text. It depends on different things on how much that percentage is, but somewhere less than 1 is usually ideal, but more than just once or twice. Each one is going to vary, but the key is to work it in where it would naturally appear. So you don't want to force it in. You want to write content that naturally allows you to work the keyword into the text so that Google can understand it better and reward it with higher search ranking. And then the last thing that's important for on-page SEO is what I call interlinking. Interlinking means links from one page on the website to another page on the website to another page on the website in a way that makes sense. If you want to see a great example of this, check out Wikipedia. You can pull up an article on baseball, and that might lead you to a link to an article on what a home run is, and then that might lead you to Barry Bonds, who hits a lot of home runs, and it navigates its way through the site that way. You want to set up a similar structure on your website so both the user and the search engine are able to find their way through the site easily and not have any trouble. And it also helps with your SEO because you're telling, one page is telling Google what the next page is about. So it'll help improve the ranking for all of them all at once. So getting interlinking right is really, really key. And then the last thing we want to talk about is off-page SEO. Now, for the most part, off-page SEO refers to what's called backlinks. A backlink is a link from somewhere else to your website. In other words, if somebody writes a blog post on their website and they link to your website, then they have created a backlink for you. Backlinks is a huge, huge topic that would require a whole series. So if you have questions, ask, but there's a lot that goes into this, and there's different types. There are things like guest posts. There are things like private blog networks. There are things like link insertions. There are help a reporter out type links. Those are all very strong. There's lower tier links, like links from your social media profiles. There's links from things that are called Web 2.0s. There's a lot that goes into it, but having a smart linking strategy with proper anchor text optimization is absolutely key for Google ranking. The reason that Google won the search engine wars in the late 90s is because they based their algorithm off of links rather than off of text. And that was much harder to replicate, and it led to, at least at the time, a much better result in user experience. So understanding backlinks is absolutely critical, and getting the right kind in the right amount with the right anchor text is the difference between successful and unsuccessful search engine optimization. The other off-page factor is traffic. Now, that could mean traffic from your social media profiles. If you launch a new website, you post about it on Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, whatever other platforms that you use and make sense for your business. You get traffic from those. You can get traffic from email, from paid advertising, but all of these things help bring traffic to your site and are what we call social signals. A social signal is a signal to Google that, hey, somebody posted this website on Facebook and it got 1 million shares. That must mean that this is valuable content. Let us reward this with improved search rank. What it's interpreting is the fact that there's interest in it means that it's valuable to people, and their goal is to serve people with valuable content. So that is another way you can influence search engine optimization, is through off-page factors like social media and traffic and other ways to bring people to your site from other sources that Google can understand and interpret as interest and quality. Search engine optimization is a huge, complicated topic. I have a lot of resources on this channel if you're interested in learning more, but that's pretty much it for now. Those are the principles of SEO. Before you can ever get started, you really have to understand the basics, the core foundations, the principles that are going to help you excel. A lot of experts even get these foundations wrong, or they overlook them. And I want to make sure that you're set up for proper success so that you can have your website showing up higher in Google search, and you can get whatever you're looking to do, whether it's make more sales, get more leads, get more following, whatever you're trying to do that you want people to find. Google search is the way to do it, because if you're ranking for a term and somebody finds you, they're much, much more likely to do what you want them to do because they have actively searched for that term and therefore are already interested in it. So this is why SEO is important, and understanding the fundamentals of how to do SEO are the absolute key to having successful search engine optimization. And one more thing that's important to understand about SEO is it's a long-term strategy. With paid advertising, you turn on the ads and you start getting traffic right away, and you have to burn a lot of money. With search engine optimization, the traffic comes later. It can take 6 months in some cases, but if you keep at it and you keep putting in the reps and you do the work, you're going to get the result, and it's going to be so worth it in the end. So if you enjoy content like this, leave a comment comment and let me know. Let me know what questions you have. And please like the video and subscribe to the channel. It really helps me out. It helps me keep it motivated to keep putting out great content for you. We're going to be putting out 3 videos a week going forward, so I don't want you to miss out. So subscribe, notify, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.